Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Map Making with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome. And welcome back to Duvo, my second ever map build. And please, no penis jokes, okay? I know. Stop it. I only realised when I went to do the recording. No, it's a peninsula, okay? It's got the same few letters in it, but that's it. I wonder if that's where the word penis comes from. Peninsula. Or maybe it's the other way around. Do you know what? Word origins. I'll have to email Susie Dent and find out whether they've got the same origin. But anyway, sorry. I don't know. You didn't expect that at the very start of today's show, and we're going to stop now. Right. So I went into the main game itself and did some testing. Testing does kind of count towards total map build, because all you're doing is you're looking at an incomplete map and finding bits that are a problem, and everything you see today are bits that I thought were problems. So I'm now going back and let's say the terrain lines there, you can see the sand doesn't extend down to the bottom, and what was happening there was when the tide would go out, these would get little green edges at the bottom. So I had to do something about it. I could have widened or deepened or something, but I decided to just paint a little more sand in because I'm quite happy with the water flow down there when the tide, yes, I said tide, goes out. For those of you that are joining this series for the first time today, I'm wondering, tide? Yes, tide. And then you're thinking, it's got to be a mod. And I'm saying, actually, yes, it's a mod. TPB released Tides mod months and months ago. It's underused by map makers because, well, first of all, working with water is not necessarily the easiest task anyway. I know it should be simple because water flows downhill, and water is affected by water pressure. So basically, you can make water flow uphill in this game, but just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. just go with physics because physics, because science, please. Yeah, remember to set the right tool. Look, I'm trying to select the right tool there. Right, there we go. That's what I'm trying to do. What an idiot. So yes, so yeah, this map is designed to be used, not essential for the Tides mod. Yeah, the final map build will have a perfectly adequate water level, but if you want to add a little bit more depth to your game, such as things like Rand sorry, been watching too much Marvel's Iron Fist over on Netflix. Rand Reclamation. Or maybe Scooby-Doo. Randy. I like a Rand. Sorry, worst impression of Scooby-Doo you'll have ever heard there. Oh, by the way, the area that I'm doing right now, I'm really not happy with at all. I may come back and redo this entire underwater area. It just doesn't feel natural. It feels contrived. The fact that it's not good anyway is in terms of the green underwater area. That kind of made kind of sense to come back and try and fix the underwater area here, and maybe come back and do it a bit more. But it just doesn't feel like it would have been naturally formed. So I may come back and just redo this little corner of the bay area, possibly. Haven't decided. I may actually find with a little bit more tweaking that it will suddenly sell itself to me, but at the moment it just doesn't. So but I'm going with fixing it first of all, and then maybe go. And one of the other things I needed to fix was when the tide goes out, we have beaches going up to what would be the docks area, meaning that any ships that come up here at low tide are going to get grounded. So I'm now pushing the actual waterfront right the way back to the docks area, so that you'll be able to place docks, and your ships will reach there even at low tide. See, I'm thinking of you guys. I'm thinking of, actually, partly thinking of you, and partly thinking of people that are going to stick in the comments, "Oh, BonBon, you screwed up. You didn't think about low tide at the docks." Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's all about me. One of the reasons why I haven't actually been doing things like Let's Plays actually on this channel is because it's not all about me. It's really not. Yeah, it is, I know. Now, What Map is about map creators. Asset World is about highlighting and focusing on the assets that have been put up by asset creators. Themes and LUTs and tutorials. Tutorials is helping you. It's all about you. You lovely, lovely person. Yeah. You can smile. You can give yourself a hug. Go on, give yourself a hug right now. Nobody's watching. Did you see that? They just hugged themselves. Sorry, yeah, stay calm. Right. So we've got some patches anyway. Digressing completely. No, I haven't been drinking or smoking any funny stuff. I don't do that. Actually, why not? Let's talk about drink and drugs. Hey. Personal histories here, right? I've never, ever done illegal drugs. I've never, ever taken a smoke, taken even a drag from a cigarette. I grew up at a time when there was a lot of passive smoking, which was, you go for the passive smoking, the under 25s maybe unaware of passive smoking, or certainly in the United Kingdom, of course. I'm not sure what the laws on smoking are in other countries, but over here now, it's illegal to smoke in many public places, like restaurants and such. But of course, if you're in the home, that's fine. Apparently it's fine. I grew up in a house where I had a smoking parent, and of course, if you went to the pub or the bar, the saloon, back in I don't know, the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, early 90s, I guess, you would walk into a place that was filled with smoke, very smoky, and what you'd be doing is you'd be breathing in somebody else's smoke. Now, yes, not as bad as smoking directly, but of course not particularly healthy at all. So breathing in somebody else's toxicity. Anyway, so long story short is it got banned in this country. Now, I as a youngster grew up in a house that was very smoky, and so I've done a lot of passive smoking. Never ever put a cigarette to my mouth and take a lit cigarette to my mouth and taken a drag. Because reasons. Yeah, there you go. And then as I say, the other sorts of smoking. Well, if you've never put tobacco into your mouth, you're not likely to touch any of that stuff. It would seem it'd be an odd anomaly, wouldn't it? It would be a very odd anomaly. Much as like I've never drunk beer, but I'm a connoisseur of, and then whiskey. Yeah, hang on, you have whiskey, but you've never touched beer. It would seem an odd way to start going into the hard stuff. So yes, anyway, yeah, I've never done illegal drugs. Never with things like cannabis or whatever. Everyone to their own. It's not something I want to be involved with. If somebody wants to smoke it in my presence, I might sort of like go for a little walk until you finish your personal moments. It's fine. I don't have any. I know it's less harmful than alcohol. And going on to alcohol is fine. I drink, but I drink. I'm going to say socially. I probably don't even drink socially. Most of my drinking, I'll just have a tot before bedtime. It's not like I walk down to the local bar, saloon or pub and join up with the lads and I'll have a glass of wine if I'm having dinner with other people and they say, would you like some wine? I'd love to have some wine, thank you very much. How much wine do I drink at home? very seldom drink wine. I may have a bottle every couple of years, possibly, but I'm not really somebody who will be. Very occasionally, very occasionally, I just get inspiration. I go, do you know what? I fancy a bottle of Chardonnay tonight, and I'll go and buy one because I'm a grown up and I can. But it's not something that lives in my pantry. Pantry? Yeah. Anyway, I don't have a wine cellar or anything like that. No. But yes, with drinking, I don't know. Not really a drinker. Don't really drink at all. I'll have. I do have. Usually at some. Yeah. I usually have a bottle of Jack Daniels somewhere in the kitchen or whatever. But the bottle will last a year. Yeah, I did say that. A year plus. Because I just have a tot every now and then, if the mood takes. And if I'm out with friends or whatever like that, which is a rarity in itself. Because I'm here talking to you most nights. If I'm out with friends, then I tend to stop at 2 drinks because I'm happy at 2. I'm not drunk. I'm not merry. I don't like the feeling of being drunk. I know. I'm an oddball. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I was just explaining, because at the start of today's show, it was somewhat like I may have been under the influence. I'm not. I genuinely am not. Right, now I've got that out of the way. Let's talk. Oh, hang on now. We've only got a couple minutes left. Darn it. Okay, well, I was going to talk about all the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing today, but let's just say, yes, underwater sand details, trying to make it, once again, a little bit more realistic, and I just want the place to look and feel realish, less contrived. There are areas here that I'm painting in sand that will be revealed at low tide. And there are areas here that will not be revealed at low tide. And what am I doing here? I see, yes, sanding in that area as well, because that would just go green again at low tide. So yes, doing just making it. I just want to make the place feel like a real place. And I want people to say, where in the world is this? No, it's completely fictitiousness. Fictitiousness is what it is. Completely out. The actual. That's too late to start talking about the actual map design and how I came up with it to be like this. But basically, same as Merrickstowe, I looked at the game and I said to myself, what's best for the actual game? What works within the game itself? That's how I came up with this shape. I wholly appreciate that the main island shape is a little bit contrived. That's because I wanted it to work best within the game, as well as kind of look like a real island, sort of. Yeah, I just got rid of that sand. I appreciate that, but I decided I do need a little bit more sand around there. That's looking a bit more realish. And now I'm just going to extend the sand out a little bit beyond the low tide points there. I will probably then go and load the game at low tide and then extend sand even further, possibly. Well, anyway, so yes, I did say underwater detailing will take a while, and I've spent most of the last 5 episodes, something like that now, just doing underwater detailing with the sand brush. There's still a possibility I'm now going into smooth tool, because this at low tide looks awful. I may have to move that sandbar away from the coast a little bit more, possibly. If it gets moved out a little bit more, then you've been warned now. I might have to do that. So anyway, let's talk about Cities Skylines, shall? Oh, darn it, we're out of time. Darn it! Wow, that was a quick episode. I need some more time. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing and listening to me talk about alcohol and illegal drugs. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome. Join me every single day for more Cities Skylines content. You've been the best. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very welcome.